Hello everybody and welcome back to Best Friends Who...
Fuck! Oh yeah, just like that. Oh yeah, that feels good. It's because I'm old now, you see. Because I'm 23. I don't think anybody realised because no one really wished me a happy birthday this year. So.
Nonce.
Nonce? What the fuck?
So you're dating someone younger than you.
By like less than a year.
Well, have you heard this? Riddle me this. You're actually 24, not 23, because when you turn 23, you've already lived 23 years. So you're now on your 24th year, actually.
So I'll tell you what's another crazy fact about that.
What?
South Korea has changed that rule. So now everyone in South Korea is now 1 year younger than they actually were.
Shut up.
I shit you not.
What?
Because a footballer called Son, he plays for Tottenham, he was 30 and now he's 29 overnight like that. Bang.
Fuck off. Really?
Well, it could be a form and fact, so it might not be legit.
Where did you hear this?
Facebook. It's on Facebook. I didn't really dive into it, but I'm sure it's real. It's on Facebook. Do you know what I'm saying?
You just got me so excited for something that is so obviously fake.
I guarantee it's not fake. We'll look it up after this podcast and we'll see.
All right. Well, that's
pretty cool.
That's kind of crazy.
But anyway, let's bring it back to my birthday because that's obviously the most important thing of this episode. You know what I'm saying?
James turned 23 last week, and
I did.
You broke my bank account.
I didn't ask, but that's what it should be.
You...
We're in 2023. A woman should be able to pay for her man. I am a king who deserves to be pampered sometimes.
Well, yes, I want to pamper you, but you gave me pressure because before your birthday you were going, oh, it's going to be shit. Oh, I'm not going to do anything with anyone. I'm going to have the worst birthday ever.
I did.
Ever. Like a little kid. Because
I did. Okay.
I think something that you don't realise is when you get older, you have to plan your own birthdays. Like you don't have your mummy or your daddy to make you a birthday party.
I never even had a birthday. I had one birthday party when I was 18 and that was so cool.
Wait, what?
One birthday party.
No,
so if you want to keep going, that's fine.
No, that's really sad.
So yeah, maybe I do have a bit of trauma, or maybe I would like to have a surprise birthday party because I wasn't even surprised. I had to plan that myself as well.
What?
The 18th birthday party. Had to make the invite list.
Yeah, but when you were a kid, it might not have been a surprise. But did you ever have like a party?
No, I went to everyone else's, but I never had my own one. So there we are. So,
no.
there's always 24.
No.
All I want is one day to walk into a room and the lights will be off and, I'm just slinging my tote bag onto the sofa. Suddenly I hear someone go, ow! What? Just throwing a tote bag on somebody. Everyone's like, surprise! Confetti kind of goes off. Bang, 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 bang. It's like, oh my God, guys, you actually care.
That's really sad.
Yeah, oh well.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, mate.
I did have a good day though.
Yeah.
It was a really good day. Started off having a nice spa in Brighton. Which I never thought even existed, so that was quite cool.
Yeah.
But the one thing about a spa, all right, I love a massage. I love a spa day. I'm a slut for them. Just give me that, and I'm happy all day. I'm a fiend for them. So we get there, I have an hour in the spa, proper zenning, and then Isabella goes, "Well, little second surprise, we're having a 30-minute massage, a full back massage." I'm going, "Oh, that's what I just need right now because I've been grafting, grinding, I'm tense." I say, "You know me so well." So we go to the massage area, but we get separated into two different rooms, which is the first time we've ever done that. Normally get a massage together. And there was this lady, she's like, "Okay, right, lie down and tell me what type of press you want and we'll go from there." And she goes, "I can do gentle, firm." I'm like, "Oh man, I ain't a bitch. I am gentle. Gentle's just like a little tickle. I'm like, I could do a back tickle, but I want to get the fucking knots out."
Yeah.
She goes, "Firm," but I don't think she meant firm as in I'm going to cause you to have fucking bruises and like blood spots and trauma.
James came out with a bruise on his nose and I went, "What is that?"
Yeah. A whole ring around my nose is bruised because every time I was lying on the mat, 'cause I'm so tall I didn't fit on the bed, she kept pressing in my back and my nose just going that. If you're an audio listener, that's my head getting smashed into the
You got beat up. And the thing is with James is he's such like a people pleaser, like is always so polite at restaurants or anything in public. Like you would never, if you say for example your food was bad, you would never say like
if it was really bad I would, because if I can eat it, I'll eat it, it's fine.
No, you would get me to say
No, I wouldn't. You go. I'm going to say, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I can't do the confrontation because it's not the waiter's fault, and we're going to make them feel like shit. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, you can say it in a polite way. Be like, I know it's not your fault, but like if you're paying for a price.
Yeah, but you the other day in Las Iguanas, you're like, oh, I don't like these margaritas we ordered, and I was like, all right, I'm going to tell them. I'm like, but you just don't like it. It's not their fault. Like you just don't like.
No, it was warm. It was warm.
And yeah, okay, fair enough. And then she comes over, and instead of going, I'm so sorry, I don't think it's not really nice. You know, it's not made whatever. You just go, I don't like it. It's not nice. And then she's like, all right, what do you want me to do with it?
You're such a liar.
And then you just go, I don't even want another one. Send it back. I don't want another one. And then I'm like, we could have asked for anything else. You said, send it back. That's what you did. Send it back.
You're full of shit. I do not communicate.
The fear in that girl's eyes. She side-eyed me. She went like this.
I went, oh, thank you for the food. But is it okay if we send these back because they're just not really good? They're really bad? That's what I said.
They're not really good. They are really bad. Well, no shit if you're saying
They were warm. There was no ice in that cocktail. It was honestly horrific. And I'm not going to force myself to drink something. It's not worth the fucking calories, mate. But anyway, as I was trying to say the spa is an example of you being a people pleaser and not sticking up for yourself. You were battered and bruised.
No, but the way you call me a people pleaser is like I'm a little bitch.
You are.
You're just just a people pleaser. Like you haven't got a voice, you fucking pussy.
That's
the way it comes out. You don't go, do you know what, you are so polite, and I really respect that. And you know, sometimes it's a blessing and a curse, James. No, you just go, you're just a people pleaser, and you're just being a bitch and have a little voice. You're so like pathetic when you go out to restaurants in public. You never stand up for yourself.
Yeah, I want you to learn how to stand up for yourself, but it doesn't have to be in a rude way. You can be polite and still not get fucking bruised while you have a massage. Like the lady said to me, do you want light, medium or firm? I said medium, and I liked it because I asked for medium, not fucking firm.
She didn't give me an option. She said firm or gentle. I said I ain't having gentle, so I'm having firm.
Oh.
She didn't just give me a fucking like a chart of like 1 to 10, like what each scale does. It was just firm or gentle. And I was like, fuck it, I'm here. But it did work, and I felt great afterwards, and then just got pissed up in the evening, basically. With all my mates at my favourite pub in Brighton. And, couldn't write a better day, mate. It was such a perfect day.
But who did we see in the pub?
You tell the story. This is your story.
Well,
I'm disappointed in you.
It's not really a long story, but basically, I saw the guy that has... How do I word this?
Let's start it back. So this is about Miranda Sings. For those who don't know, Miranda Sings is a huge YouTuber back in the day, and recently it's come out that she is an alleged groomer.
Yes.
Put it that way. And not a very nice person to her younger fans and all X, Y, Z. And there's loads of evidence that's come out. Take it away, Isabella.
The guy that has exposed Miranda Sings for those actions was in the bloody pub.
I know.
Was in our local pub. What's he doing there?
I don't know who he is because I don't care. You were so gassed, bro. Don't play it down.
Okay,
You
I
went
was gassed.
mad, bro.
I was paralytic and I was gassed. I was like, oh my god, no way. Because you know when you see someone on your screen constantly, and I've been trying to understand the whole drama with it, but it's like there's so much to do with this whole Miranda Sings thing where it's like I don't even know where to start. But anyway, he's been on my For You page a lot, and I was watching this God, he must be brave to speak up about obviously Miranda Sings because she's huge. Anyway, when I saw him in real life, I was like, no fucking way. I just binge watched
all your trauma dump. It's like if I saw,
it sounds really bad. If
I saw I don't know, Jennifer Lawrence in the pub, or Jennifer Aniston in the pub, or something like that, I'd be like, oh my god, what, that's fucking crazy. I would lose my shit. That was the level of what Isabella was doing when she saw this bloke.
But the thing is, it might not have even been him.
Well, I don't even know who he looks like, so it could be anybody for all I know.
I am 99.9% sure it was him, but the reason why I'm confused is why would he be in Brighton? Do you know what I mean?
Well, why do we go to America sometimes? Why have we been to Paris? Why have I been to, Liverpool, Manchester? Oh, because we've got people there that we know. He doesn't, because you said he lives in Scotland,
I don't know anyone
right?
in Manchester.
Do you know you said he lives in Liverpool, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sorry, Scotland. You said he lives in Scotland. Do you not think that he's got friends outside of Scotland?
Or Wales, actually. I'm not actually too sure where he's from. Up north.
Wales, so far north.
Wales is up north.
It's west.
It's up.
Yeah. Anything's north from Brighton, mate. We're at the fucking bottom. We're at the south.
Exactly.
I want to talk about the Miranda Sings bit because I think that has to be up there with one of the worst apologies on YouTube of all time. Imagine busting out a ukulele for 12 minutes and saying how you are not an alleged groomer.
She goes, I'm not a groomer. The only thing I've groomed is my 2 Persian cats.
That is just...
I'm not a groomer, guys. I'm just a loser.
If I was in that situation and our manager saw that, she would be like, what the fuck? Oh, take that down now. Because that is just the opposite.
Yeah. Well, we don't know her personally.
No.
We don't know the whole story.
No.
We don't know what's going on.
We're just seeing what everyone else is seeing. We just want to talk about it because why not?
Because we just find it crazy because obviously we grew up watching her.
Yeah.
Like, she's one of the old school YouTubers. And she's huge. She's even got like a Netflix show and all sorts.
She talks like this.
That's her character.
Yeah. So like, she talk like big red lipstick.
Yeah.
It's just
Did
crazy.
you ever have that one girl in your school that would do a Miranda Sings impression? It would be so fucking annoying.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Not many people in my school watch YouTube. These bloody people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, still. But yeah, so I was thinking that is kind of, the whole situation about you and Miranda, yeah.
Why are you bringing this back up?
I'm saying that's a you problem.
Right.
That's a huge you problem.
Yeah.
And now when you're in that moment, you don't think it is.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But now you're sober and you sat back. Was that a you problem?
That was a me problem. I was the issue in that situation.
See, and then like I was thinking, yeah, are we in those situations right now where we don't think we're the problem or questioning it? Then we thought, we'll ask you guys on Instagram. Are you the problem? Where you guys send in your dilemmas and you're asking basically for advice whether you're the problem or not.
Is it them or is it you?
That's a really fucking good way of putting it.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it them or is it you? And we're going to read some of them out and we're going to tell you.
Yes, you guys sent our dilemmas and we're going to be brutally honest and we're going to tell you straight up if you are the issue or it's them. Whether that's your mum, your dad, your guardian, your work colleague, your friends, your relationship. We're going to see.
I'm going to start off with a real juicy one.
Okay.
Okay, so it's pretty wild.
Okay.
I've been sexting my supervisor for over 3 years now. We've realised that we've fallen for each other. He's engaged with 2 kids. Brackets. Yeah, I feel bad. He's not happy in his relationship and said the only reason he's still with his fiancée is so he's able to see his kids every day. His fiancée caught us flirting a few years ago and told him to block me and never speak to me at work. Obviously, he continued to speak to me. We've both admitted to wanting more, and he's the only man who I can trust and who has ever treated me well. I'm now stuck in a situation where I feel so strongly towards him, but know he will never leave his fiancée. I can't move on because I just can't compare them to him, and am I messed up for staying loyal to him whilst he's engaged?
Well, is he going to just remain engaged for the rest of his life, or is he going to end up marrying this woman? Because if he is, then he's clearly not treating you right if he's leading you on to that level.
You go in the weirdest route, bro. Do you think that's the main concern of this whole situation is, will he marry his fiancée? Not the fact that he's got 2 kids.
Yes, obviously
with a fiancée and he's now cheating on her for years.
Yeah.
And not like I can't even tell you, bro.
He's not a good person if he does that.
Look, if you ended up a cheater's a cheater, yeah. So if you're gonna end up with him and be a fiancé, yeah, and you're now the fiancé and she's the ex, he might do that to someone else.
Exactly.
You're then the fiancé.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. And also, how dare he use his kids as like an excuse to do this to you?
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
Yeah.
Because like our parents divorced. It can happen. You move on. She ain't the one. But it doesn't mean you don't love your kids. You still see your kids.
Like, if you want to remain seeing your kids every day, then stop talking to other women and focus on the one you're engaged to. Jesus Christ.
But are you the problem? I think you're half the problem, half not the problem. I mean, you can't help who you love. Because
you're condoning this behaviour.
You are condoning this behaviour, and it's like maybe you got a little bit like a naughty roleplay vibe going on. Do you know what I mean? No, fuck it, right. It could be a little kinky thing. It could be a bit like, oh, it's naughty, I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe if you were single, would you like the naughtiness, the
Yeah.
chase. You know, you can't have him. That's what makes you like him more. Do you know what I'm saying?
I see what I'm saying.
But then I'm thinking, do you want to be a stepmommy to 2 kids? Think about that
these are
too.
the things you've got to think about. But it sounds like it's so like he's so stuck in his ways, like she's never actually going to become anything more than just like a mistress.
Yeah, you're going to be a mistress. And
Yeah.
do you want to be a mistress for your whole life? Maybe you do. But maybe it'd be one of those like little cuckold relationships where like the wife knows that the husband's sleeping around, but it means you get to have a happy family.
Yeah.
But again, I think you deserve to be treated by someone who is, you know, the Mr. Right.
There are 7 billion plus people in this world, and you can find someone else that is single and treats you even better, because he's not treating you right. You say that he's treating you right, he's not.
It's like a weird work complex as well, because he's your supervisor, so he's technically in charge of you. So like, if you stop, he might treat you badly. He might just cause your work to be awful. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely role play energy.
Yeah, role play energy. This is
giving.
It's giving role play.
You're funny.
Well, okay. So the end consensus is you're half the problem.
Yes.
It's a very 50-50 problem here.
You need to do some reflection on yourself. Yeah. Have some time to yourself. Have a bath. Look at yourself in the mirror for a bit too long. Really look inside and think, I need to stop this.
Yeah, but it's also like, what are you worth?
Yeah.
You know your worth.
Uh-huh.
And, but it's also his problem too. You can't help who you love, but it's not right.
It's not right.
Doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem fair for the kids either.
No, those poor kids.
But there we are. That's the first one. That was a hooner. That was a hooner. Have you got one? Or do you want me to keep rolling?
You can keep rolling and then I'll say mine. Oh, or I can try find some.
I've got one right here. So I've just recently had a baby. The dad and me have been very on and off since having her due to taking out our stress on each other and the lack of sleep as well. We decided that I, the mum, do all nights because he gets angry and not very nice when he doesn't sleep. He still lives with his mum an hour away. So every time we argue, he just leaves the house and stays with his mum. He gets 2 to 3 days off a week where he can go out with his mates or catch up on some sleep. I haven't had a day off since she was born, which is 7 weeks ago. However, he seems to be choosing to have his 2 to 3 days, then asking for another day off to go drinking. I'm exhausted and his family makes me feel bad for wanting him to be here to help more often. Am I being unfair by only giving him 2 to 3 days off? In my head, he shouldn't need any days off from being a dad, but I'm made to feel quite guilty about this situation.
Men in a nutshell. Wow. Absolutely disgusting behaviour.
Give him more days off, man. 4 days off. He needs 4 days off. Give him 7 days off, man.
You haven't got 1 day off. He's saying that you have to do every night. Every night because he needs his sleep. Everyone needs their fucking sleep. That is ridiculous. I hate men. I hate men.
Do you know what
if you're going to be like that, I'm getting full custody of that child and I'm moving away. You're never going to see it again if you act like that when we have a baby. I swear to God. Having a baby with someone, it's a 50-50. Why do they always put it on the mum? It's ridiculous.
Why am I getting fucking friendly fire right now? There's friendly fire going on right now. I've done nothing wrong. But what I was going to say, if everybody fucking calms down in this room, is that she has to stay up all night and all day.
Yeah.
So she ain't sleeping.
2-3 days off.
For the pub as well. And also, fuck his family, bro. Fuck the family. Oh, mate, I know this situation. It's happened before. I know some people. I'm not getting into it. But fuck the family. They're just as fucked as he is. He might be, a good boyfriend back in the day, but that's just no way. You fucking have a kid together. It's not a choice. It's not I choose to be a father tomorrow, and then on Tuesday I choose to be a mate, and then on fucking Thursday I'm going to get my sleep so I can be a dad again on Friday. No. You're a dad every day.
Yes.
It's annoying. You can't pick and choose. You wanted to have a kid, or okay, maybe you didn't, whatever, but you have a kid together, and that's a fucking responsibility, 50-50 responsibility. And I don't. If he's not nice when he doesn't get enough sleep and he gets angry and shit, he's got a fucking problem.
Yeah, don't be a dad then if you can't do it. If you can't be a dad full time, don't be one part time. That's what I would say.
Might have fucking get that shit tatted right here. No,
because it's not fair on the women. I feel like this is so common as well. Just men just see it as like it's not actually their whole child. Like I hear this all the time. They're like, "Oh, I need a break," or
yeah, but
"Oh, I'm not having on the weekend. I've got this to do. I've got that to do." Like. you have a human that you need to look after, and you don't get to pick and choose. Like, it's just as much your kid as it is the mum's, you know?
No, I get that, but also, you know, we can go down every avenue of like what the situation like occurred to have a child. Maybe it was her surprise, maybe it was planned, maybe she wanted it but he didn't.
Then that's fair enough.
Yeah, but obviously we don't know the context. But what we're saying, we're going to take this on as if they both wanted it. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because, you know, that changes like a lot of aspects.
Yeah,
but even so, I think you're still a dad, no matter if you like it or not.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be off and on, and I think the problem is he lives at his mum still, so he's got like an escape. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can just go, fuck this, I don't want to deal with this anymore, and just go to his mum's and just stay at his mum's.
But if he lives at his mum's still, that means they don't live together.
Yeah.
So maybe
and that's a very difficult scenario to have a child in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's like it is almost going to be part time until you kind of move in together. Do you see what I mean? Like, if we had a kid and you lived at your mum and I lived at my mum's.
But also no, because if you've chosen to have this child and you still live with your mum, you need to find ways to still be looking after this child full time.
Oh, it's difficult. It is. It's really difficult. It's actually. But what we're gonna say is definitely not your fault. You should not feel guilty.
Yeah,
for
you're
asking
not
him
the
to
problem.
do his duties of a dad.
Yeah.
Because that's bizarre. I think he needs to just fucking grow up, and the drinks and the mates needs to stop, especially when you're fucking it's 7 weeks old, bro.
Yeah.
It's not even 2 months.
What the fuck?
And it's like, no.
Like, fair enough if you want to see your friends. Like, everyone deserves to, you know, spend time with their friends now and then, even if you've got a child.
Yeah.
But don't just leave it all on the mum to do all that. You should be able to have those opportunities to see your friends when the time is right, not by just dumping it all on the mum to let you have that opportunity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I find that a bit. Maybe he gets mothered at home, bit of a baby, you know, mother's boy, and he's like, oh, do you know what, fuck this, I just get it. But I just find it crazy. I think you should just start putting your foot down, and if he gets in a hissy fit, then fuck him, man. Do you know what I mean? It seems like you've been doing it all on your own anyway.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And
just
like you said, you're off and on and stuff. So like, you know, you're off and on. You're not like, you know, I would put it like a fully committed relationship. Yeah. So like, if you, let's say, have to do it as an off, as in you never, you know, it's not maybe fair, you know, it's difficult for the kid and whatever, but it's something you need to do for yourself as well, because you need to focus on yourself. You know, you need to bring up this kid into the world. You need to set.
It's a big responsibility.
Well, it's a big responsibility, and you got to lead. You know, you got to lead that shit. Do you know what I mean? You got to. I don't know. You got to remember who you are.
If he doesn't want to be in the kid's life, just take the child support.
Fuck, I'm not on about that. So ruthless, bro. But no, yeah, I don't think the family shouldn't get involved. There's no fucking need. It's your kid. It's something you two need to discuss. And if you can't listen to how you feel and what you want, and then unfortunately, it's got to go. You've been doing it by yourself anyway. It's not nice, but you're not in the wrong. Fucking hell, these are heavy, bro.
Yeah, they are. I thought you had some like.
The first one was a hooner. The second one's a bit of a hooner, but a deep hooner. A hooner. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's deep.
My boyfriend has started watching porn during our relationship. We've been dating a year, don't live together, but do have sex 2 to 3 times a week.
Lucky bastard. Why is she moaning then? Nah, fuck this shit. You count yourself blessed.
He's never watched porn in his life and doesn't have a high sex drive. If you're doing it...
What?
If he's doing it 2 to 3 times a week, I'd say that's pretty high if you ask me.
God damn. People don't understand how lucky they are.
I've recently found out that he started watching it weekly on an app not meant for porn, so he has to search specific things and can't just watch the recommended page, lol.
Okay.
I'm very aware wanking is different to sex for many reasons, and him watching porn is fine with me, but when he told me this after I joked, when's the last time you wanked, haha, it came as a shock. I think because I'm an overthinker, it's the started doing it with me part that's making me upset, thinking, oh, is something missing? What is he searching? Do I not have what he's searching for in the porn? I explained why it upset me, but he didn't want to talk about it. He's not done anything wrong. Really just want to know if my feelings are valid or am I psycho? It's not really bothering me anymore, but just thought it might be a good topic for you guys to talk about, even if it's on a separate episode to this dilemma.
Okay, right. So, I want to know what porn categories he's watching. Because, like, what is he... If he has to search specifics...
Yeah, and she's saying it's not what they do in sex. Or she's thinking, okay, is our sex not good enough if you're, like, going to watch these on porn? So it must be two completely different types of sex. And porn is... So it's quite aggressive.
Well, I wouldn't know because I don't watch it. So I'm going to assume... that yes, it could be aggressive.
Yeah, so I feel like...
No, I don't think it is aggressive.
I think porn gives...
You get very loving porn. Very loving sex.
I think it gives
very
the wrong
intimate, very kissing, very needy sex.
Is that what you like?
No, I've never fucking watched it, mate, so I'm just assuming.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like porn gives the wrong narrative to what sex is actually like.
Bad storyline, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should never get stuck in the sofa. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't happen. Fucking bullshit. Full of lies. Allegedly, I never watched it, so. Nah, okay. On a real. Yeah, porn is not very good for your mental health. It can, like, ruin, like, your perception on sex, isn't it? Like, what's the word? Like the
horniness?
No, not horniness. Fucking come on, come to me. No pun intended.
No, what do you mean? Like when you get hard?
No.
What makes you hard and what doesn't?
No, like
what makes you excited?
No, just stop it a second.
What makes you?
Nothing about making you hard. Like the deliverables is what I'm trying to say. You know, the standards, not standards, but like what you perceive as what you should get.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the
so
standards.
So it takes you, so then when you actually have normal sex,
no,
it's
your
not
standards,
enough.
You're like, I want you to fucking do a 360, jump on my cock, split, and then like, you know, do a backflip and, you know, gobble it all. It's like, well, that's not just
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, but it doesn't matter if it makes them hard or not, because they still get just like the expectations of sex is different.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So, you know, you watch this stuff and you're like, oh my God, like, she's gobbling the whole thing, bro. I want her to gobble my whole thing. But she can't do that because she's just not like, you know, she's just different. And then you're just like, well, now I'm not satisfied, but you are. You've just been looking at stuff you can't, you know. It's not about that.
Is that it? Are you talking from personal
experience? I'm not talking about... No, I'm not. I'm just saying like porn has a bad... It is like, that's a fucking fact. You ask anybody.
Yeah. So when you first started watching porn, when you were younger, before you even had sex, was your expectation of sex completely different? Were you imagining it to be something that it never was? Were you shocked when you first had sex?
No, actually I wasn't. It was a very... it was a crazy time, my first sex. Sexted for 40 minutes.
Sexted?
No, well, I did the sex.
Oh.
So I would last a lot longer than I thought on porn, because porn videos like only like 8 minutes, and I was like, fucking hell, I could have watched 4 of these in this time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I fucking killed it. Allegedly, I don't watch it though. No, but honestly, stop fucking directing this shit on me. It's not my fucking. It's not my dilemma. Like, am I the problem or not?
No, I'm just interested.
I'm just basically saying it's not healthy. It's a healthy in a relationship to watch porn if you want to watch porn, but you've got to allow him. You got to kind of disconnect the fact that if you're still enjoying the time with you, and you're doing it frequent enough, and it's healthy, and he's still watching porn, I don't see there to be a huge problem because he's still happy. It's if the sex started to slow down, and the masturbation started picking up, and it's like, whoa, that's not equal. That's gone a bit other way. Then I would think about what the fuck is going on, because that's definitely ruining it. But I would, you know, I know couples that do it together, you know, people that don't like it at all. It's all personal.
You know couples? I
know of couples, yes. Why are you looking at me like that? It's none of my friends. It's none of my friends. I can't say it on this fucking podcast, bro. Okay. But it's none of my immediate friends, no.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like that. But I'm just saying, I know people who have, and who have spoken about it. and are keen for it, and it's calm. It's whatever you guys want to do in a relationship, but it can't just be what he wants to do and you feel bad and do it.
Yeah, I think it's all just communication. Like, if you said to him, I don't want you watching porn, and he says okay, and then you catch him watching it, then you're obviously going to be a bit like, oh, why are you doing that? But if you've said to him that it's fine, then you can't really be mad at it. And yeah, it might be different to your type of sex, and I can imagine that is kind of like going to make you think, am I not doing something that he wants? Like, why does he have to look for it on a video?
Exactly. Then you ask, but then what if he's got like a mad fetish, like a piss kink, bro? I wouldn't, if everyone has their own kinks, and that's calm. Like, you do whatever you want. Like, kinks are kinks for a reason. Like, everyone, that's fine. No judgment here. But it can be also, if you have a kink and you want to tell your partner, it can be quite embarrassing, and if especially not keen for it.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want you to feel like you have to do that.
No, but not even that. Like, maybe he wants you to do that, but doesn't know how to say it, and he thinks you're going to judge him for it.
Yeah.
And again, that's totally fair.
I think it's all just communication. I don't think either of you are the problem.
Agree.
I don't think he's the problem, and I also don't think you're the problem at all. So this is a 50-50.
Yeah, I think it's 50-50.
I feel like you're both wrong in your ways of communication. I feel like you just have to be honest with each other if you're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Do
whatever works for you.
You got to have those awkward conversations.
Set boundaries, awkward conversations. Set boundaries. I think that's the dream.
Oh, God, look at us.
We're fucking good at this shit, aren't we?
I know.
I think I might have another one for you.
Okay.
Right, let's find it. Here we go. This one's a bit of a softer, easy one. I thought we'll have this bit one if this helps.
Okay, what is it?
Me and my boyfriend have been together for nearly 7 months. He's 17. I'm 16. He has a very close friendship of a group of about 12 boys, and they're nice, but they go out all the time. Like all the time.
Uh-huh.
And obviously all I want to do is see him. I do see him a bit, but he sees the boys way more. I don't know if I'm being too needy, I'm wanting to see him too much, or is him just not thinking about me. I also just finished my exams, so I'm at home all on my own as he goes to work, so a bit of company later on would be nice. But he sees the boys. Am I being too needy, or am I okay?
He's acting single and he's not giving you enough time. And he shouldn't be in a relationship then if he's not giving you the right attention.
Well, we need to establish, that a relationship is two individuals come together.
I'm not saying that.
No,
of course he can see his friends, but if he's not giving you enough fucking time, if he can't see you after work, then
no, but we need to
be single.
We need to find out if 7 days a week is the time she needs, or 5, or 4, or 3, or 2, or 1. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, what if he's seeing her 3 times of the week out of 5? He works 5 days a week. They obviously don't live together.
I feel like you should see your friends 3 times in a week, and you could go from 3 times in a week.
So then the 1 day on your own.
Yeah, or whatever works. I feel like it should just be 50-50
You
balance.
meant for that to make up 7 days, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
3 and 3.
Yeah, 3 and 3. He
That's
seems like a sociable guy, so I'm assuming that he wants to be with someone every day. Whereas me, I'll see one person once a week, maybe once a month. And that's my socialising for
I
that.
think it's important to see maybe your mates like maybe once or twice a week. It doesn't have to be all the time. It could be, chill. Also, you can bring, you can bring you onto these the boys stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's not always has to be the boys, but surely one of the fucking 12 has a girlfriend.
Yeah, why does it have to be
separate? Or a partner of some sort that you could just be like, oh, let's do a double date, or let's get some girls out, because there's multiple times where I go out to the pub and then someone brings their missus and it's like, it wasn't even expected. It's never a problem. It's just, you don't even have to ask anymore because you see him so much. It's quite nice. It's actually quite a cool thing, rather than it being like a divide. Like, sorry boys, I'm going to see the missus tonight. I can't be with the. It's nice just to have it blend in a little bit.
Yeah,
it's
but
nice
also she's just said she's finished her exam, so she's clearly a lot younger, and it's not always
16.
like that.
So he's obviously into work.
Yeah.
So you're not very used to. I guess now you feel so alone because you don't have school, and you're like, so your days are so empty. You're like, what do I do? You need to do some things for yourself. Go see the girlies. Go do your own things. But also, I think he should see you more. I think he should see you more. But it's also, don't become too reliant on someone an external person to fill a void. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You should definitely see him, as much as he sees his friends. However, don't just sit there in your house like, oh, what do I do with my day? Like learn to love your own company.
Yeah.
And then I think it won't bother you as much. But also, with that being said, don't just like let him not see you all the time, because if he wants to act single, then be single. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you have a conversation and say, look, I think we should do more date nights and go see each other more. Do 2 weeks, 2 date nights a week, and we should see each other a little bit more. And if he goes okay, and then doesn't do it, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But you have to have a conversation with him first, to like, because he might be like, oh, she's so calm with it.
So who's the problem?
He's the problem.
He's the problem.
But you need to communicate, otherwise you'll become the problem.
Yes.
So, bash. Fucking drop the mic on that shit, man. Fuck, I'm shit hot at this stuff.
Hell yeah, man.
Isabella's okay.
What? Someone said he doesn't post me almost at all. He did a mediocre story for my birthday, but does so much for his friends. This means I don't really post him either now, because I don't want people to think it's one-sided. I can't tell if it's just because he wants to keep it private or not, because otherwise social media is literally his life. 4K on Insta, 30K on TikTok. Okay, so he loves a bit of the social media. He's an active poster, and he's not posting you.
Don't
but
worry
he's
about
posting his friends all the time.
Don't worry about it. Simple as that.
What?
And also, don't even worry about if other people think you're one-sided or not. Doesn't matter. They're not in your relationship. Doesn't matter what people think. People to me say, "Oh, fucking Isabella's so much better looking. Oh, Isabella's like, how do you cope? She's got more followers. Oh, she fucking XYZ. Oh, one day you'll beat Isabella on TikTok with followers. You got to work hard and get there." And then it's like,
But why do you want to beat me on social media?
I don't. But people just assume that I can't deal with you being more successful than me. And I literally couldn't give a shit. If anything, it's beneficial. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to pay for as much Uber Eats and stuff.
Shut up.
It's fucking beautiful. I like being a little simp. But it's like, it doesn't matter what people think on the outside. People already, I've had, but like people, someone's been quite negative about our relationship before. And I just told him to fuck himself, basically.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter, because I know I'm happy. I don't need someone to be like, like.
No, yeah, but I think for her, just like feeling like she's been, maybe she wants to feel appreciated by her boyfriend, because
but but being posted on a story for 24 hours is gonna
I think she wants to be shown off. I think if he's showing off his friends, like, oh yeah, hang, but then won't show her off, it must feel a bit like, oh, like, are you like embarrassed of me? Like, why don't you want to show me off? I can, as a girl, I can imagine that those are thoughts.
But is it like those thoughts have become quite like self-deprecating though, when you start thinking the reasons why, and you haven't asked him, and you're just sitting there, goes, is he cheating on me? Does he even love me?
Yeah, there's that too.
And there's all this spiraling that goes down.
Because boys do that.
No, I know. Boys can do that. Girls do it too. But it's lack of communication. I feel like you need to say to him, like, look, I would feel... It's hard because it's like, I feel a bit weird going, can I have more stories of myself on your socials?
No, but don't say that. Just be like, hi, I've seen that you've not really like ever posted me on social media, but you do with your friends and stuff. I was just wondering, like, is this a private relationship, or are we like open about it? Just ask him those questions, I guess, and see what he says. And if he gets defensive about it, red flag.
Yeah, but I just don't. It sounds so bad, right? But like, if you're not of a following of a mass amount, you being public or private literally makes no difference, because people that follow you are mostly your friends anyway.
I know.
So it's
this
like,
whole thing is so strange.
It's like, okay, he's got 4,000 followers on Instagram. That isn't that many. Like, I'm not trying to fucking shit on you.
Yeah.
It just isn't that many.
Yeah.
30,000 on TikTok isn't that many. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's like, in the grand scheme of things, keeping it private.
Why do you need to be private?
It doesn't make sense. And it's just like, what's the problem of you just like doing a little post here and there? It's not just like a one post. It's like, I guess it's like like we're doing a cute day out. Like, it's cool to like, if he's keen on social, it doesn't make sense. It's a bit of a mind fuck. So, I don't know. I wouldn't stop doing what you want to do. If you want to post on your story, post on your story. Don't feel like, oh God, like, it's not like, oh, he texts me in an hour, I'm going to wait 2 hours. It's not like a game. Yeah, no. Just do what you want to do.
Yeah, if you want to post him, and he might be like, oh, she posted me, then maybe he might subconsciously see that and be like, oh, well, I want to post her.
But I get the mediocre birthday post. That must find a bit shit, especially if he does crazy stuff for the boys.
Yeah.
Maybe he's known them for a lot longer. It might be friends from school. But it's all just like, I don't know these things. I wouldn't say you're the problem. I wouldn't say he's a problem. I would say...
Out of the two, I'd say
he's the problem. But again, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't spiral. I wouldn't overthink about these things. It's just, what I just think I can't wrap my fucking head around is like keeping it private or not. Like, it is pretty private if he shares it. It's not like he's gonna get like fucking fan pages and all these fangirls going like, you fucking like Hailey Bieber vibe. Do you know what I mean? He's not gonna be like that.
Some people say though, not because for that reason, but people are like, oh, I want to be private so people can't get involved in our relationship. But I think you've clearly got some shit friends then if you've got to keep your relationship private around them because you're scared of what they're gonna say. Like,
I'd say communication, and maybe just say I would appreciate it if you just put a little bit more effort into to like,
just be like, I want to feel like you're not hiding me.
Mate, just be honest. Just say, I feel a bit insecure about it. Just, I would love it if you did that for me. I just feel a lot happier. And see if you would. If you get so defensive about it, then send us a part 2. We'll figure it out for you.
I started dating her boyfriend a day after they broke up. And
who the fuck is it? Dating who? A friend?
So I don't know. What? Someone just said I started dating her boyfriend.
Who's her?
I don't know. Her friend, I guess.
Wiley Bumber, mate. I don't know them.
I started dating her boyfriend a day after they broke up, and 2 months later, she slept with him while we were together, and now all of her friends and her hate me.
That is the shittest thing, because I don't know who it is.
So
her sister, her mum, her friend.
I'm gonna imagine it's just a friend. So she started dating her friend's boyfriend a day after they broke up.
Yeah.
But then karma came to bite her in the bum, because then that friend then sleeps with the boyfriend behind her back and she finds out. But for some reason now, the friends and her hate her.
Right, I think this is an unwritten rule that if your fucking boyfriend or your mates has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's just immediate, can never get with her, even after the breakup. Just no more. That girl or boy is written off for the rest of fucking life.
It's respectful.
It's respect, but also it's like, personally, if like, I don't know, I was single and one of my mates broke up with a missus, I wouldn't get with, that's just fucking weird. It's like, I've heard conversation stories. Now I'm having like it's something fucking pass them around. You know what I mean? It's just not for me. But I also think like it's so like you shouldn't do that because it causes situations like that. It's
kind of like you are the problem. Yeah. I
think you're the problem for that one.
Yeah.
It's not like that, but it's not that bad. I mean, her like. It's also his problem.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't be like going back and forth like a fucking ping pong ball.
Yes, it's his problem and it's also your problem because you should not have done that to your friend in the first place. But then that friend is no better because she's now trying to get back at you when she should have just stepped back from the situation.
Yeah.
So I think you're all
fucking wrong.
You're all fucked.
It's all your problem. And I don't know how you even resolve that shit.
You don't.
It's one of those
ones you
gotta walk away from it, find some new friends, move to school. Wild. Fucking hell, that's our first ever. You're the problem!
I know.
That's mad. That is wild. I feel awful. I feel bad for saying that.
Hi, Bella and James.
Hi.
So I found a man on Twitter and he was asking for feet pics and I've been talking to him for a few months. Recently, he's been asking to meet up with me, so I met up with him a few times.
Ooh.
He pays me to kick him and lick my feet. I once kicked him so hard that he now suffers from leg pains and now says that he's carrying my love around with him. Recently, he's been wanting to hurt him more and I'm starting to feel guilty and the situation is getting a bit uncomfy. Does this make me a bad person? Is he the problem or am I?
That is fucking wild.
So this man wants you to beat him up essentially, but pays you for it. And you're thinking, well, am I the bad person for taking the money and hurting you? Or are you the problem? Because why are you asking someone to kick you in the first place?
So he's a little sub and she's a dominatrix.
Yes.
That's the situation. I actually also knew someone who did that. So that's wild.
Really?
Yeah. So that's crazy. Mate, fucking... You never meet a bloke off Twitter doing that shit, bro. You're so lucky to survive.
Yeah.
So lucky to be alive at that point. Because I've been asked for feet pics every week, the other day.
Same.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Who's that bloke?
I don't know, just some guy on Instagram. I'll show you them.
Same, I got some guy on Instagram saying I'll pay some good money. I'm thinking, you don't want these curvy toes.
He paid me 40 quid.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fucking knows. That's how you pay for the curry the other night. Love it. But no, it's also just like, I think your morals as a human, like you're almost just beating up this innocent guy for money. Like I know he likes it, so it's a bit tricky.
That's the thing, because if he's going, oh yeah, like he loves it.
Oh mate, get that moolah. Get that fucking cha-ching. Get that
like
fucking
what if
dough.
he's like, oh yes, thank you so much for this.
But you cause him leg pain. That's wild. But that's not your problem. That's him. But fucking kicked him so hard.
Maybe do it one more time, but do it more gentle and don't actually cause him.
But he wants it harder. Then you're not doing what he wants.
I don't know. Because morally,
it would only get worse from here.
Like, do you want that on your conscience? Like, do you want to be beating up this guy for money, even though he likes it? Like, do you?
Yeah. Fucking hell, send me his fucking details. I'll give him a fucking left, right, good night for a fucking 50 quid. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but honestly, keep going.
But what happens? Like, why does the man like it? I think we've got to go deeper.
Bro, that's childhood trauma that we don't know about, bro.
Exactly. So if it comes down from like something to do with trauma, I feel like tell him to get help. Tell him to use that money for therapy.
No, that's not your job. Your job is to only be there to inflict pain, bro. Her job is to be there to inflict the pain, get the fucking money, see you later. He instigated the whole thing.
I know, but
so it's very
as a good human and Samaritan, maybe
that's different. Are you a good human or not? Do you want to be a good human? I
guess that's up to you.
I don't think it's your problem.
If it's hurting your conscience, maybe stop and say, look, use this money to get some help. But if he's like, I don't want help.
Well, how about we'll just revert back to the feet pics? The problem is, once you start hurting him, he will start become accustomed to that pain and want more.
Yeah.
And you'll end up just doing some mad shit, and you would just feel like, what have I done?
Yeah.
And you don't want to hurt him so bad that if you fucking really hurt his leg and cause like a clot in his leg or something, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, like bleeding, like a hemorrhage.
Yeah, like what are the laws on this?
Well, yeah.
Like, have you got a contract as well? Because if you do end up accidentally hurting him,
fucking waiver like you do for a trampoline park.
What if he sues you? No, yeah, seriously, you need a waiver for.
You know a lot about this. You know a lot about this.
No, I'm just thinking.
From the past. I think. Oh, fuck. Go back to feet pictures. Because just get the fucking money in it. Go back to feet pictures. It's innocent. It's not.
Yeah, if it's just feet pics.
Yeah. Anything that doesn't inflict pain. You can shout at him. Call him all sorts. You know what I mean? Like verbally cause pain. Like that.
That's still bad.
Well, where's the evidence, mate?
I guess, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm not really being very helpful here. I'm like the devil advocate right now.
Is she the problem or is he? I'm going to say he's the problem.
But it's not. You can't help it though, can he?
Well, yes, he can.
Well, no, he can't.
You can find it in him to get help.
Okay, well, it's
because if you're asking someone who needs money to do this, it's going to be hard for them.
Do he need the money?
No.
For her.
This girl, yeah.
Right. Oh, I don't know. That's wild. I would say he's a problem, kinda. I wouldn't say anyone's really a problem. I think you just got in a situation where it's quite like sticky. Just do what you think morally's right. You're not wrong for doing what you've done, because it's constantly get roped into it, and also it's like he wants it, so it's not like I'm just doing it because I want to do it. I'm just stealing money off him. He wants it to happen.
I feel like if you are desperate for this money, it's kind of like fair enough, because do what you need to do to get that.
There's other way of getting money though. There are just other avenues. You don't have to beat people up for money. You just don't.
Yeah.
You're not
what if it's difficult? Some people just can't find jobs at the moment. So what I'm saying is, if you're doing this because you don't have any other choice, fair. But if you're doing this just because you want like a bit of extra cash to get your nails done, then there's a fine line. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I always say, would you tell your mother what you've just done? And if you say no, then you wouldn't do it. If you would tell your mother, then fucking carry on.
True facts.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm here all week. I'm actually here for another 20 minutes probably.
My ex broke up with me after one argument, which was resolved within a day, and out of nowhere said he wasn't enjoying it. He mentioned he didn't feel I gave him enough affection, yet we lived together. and sometimes I just wanted my space. I had a period of time where my mental health was very low and I was struggling to even go to uni. I understand that this isn't easy to deal with, but it had only been bad for a couple of weeks and then he ended it. It was his first relationship and my third, and I'd never felt this way about anyone before. I really loved him and I still do, even though it's been 2 months. When we split, I tried to make it work and he broke up with me 3 times in 1 week, giving me hope that it would work and saying we argued about nothing, to changing his mind and breaking up with me again. I've never felt this way about someone, and despite this, would take him back without hesitation.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to give you some harsh love here, the harsh truth. He was looking for an escape, and he used that argument to leave. That's just.
Do you think?
100%.
But then why would he keep saying
sex? That's your second harsh truth. Sex. And here's why. It's his first relationship. Granted, like you just said yourself, it's not easy. And it's probably not what he thought maybe he was getting himself into. That's not your fault. It fucking happens. We've had a really tough time in the past. It can happen for any reason. We've gone through some rough patches at the very beginning, and we still go through rough patches now. Right? The difference is we're far more into our relationship. We're 3 years.
Yeah.
That was 2 months. And that's heavy.
Yeah.
If it's to a point where maybe you could even go to uni, that's a lot for him to deal with.
Especially in his first
relationship. Yeah. So I can only say his relationship, his understanding is probably not very mature of a relationship because he hasn't been in one before.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't expecting that. Again, that's not your fault. You can't help the way you are and your mental health and what you're going through right now. But you also got to understand where he's coming from. It's not like he doesn't love you, doesn't want to deal with it or fucking whatever. It's probably just a lot of very heavy.
Yeah, you haven't done anything wrong.
No, not at all.
It's just, if it's his first relationship, he's not even going to think that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, he's just excited to be with someone, like sex all the time.
Yeah.
Like, just in the honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
And in your first relationship, I know for myself, I was never really expecting, hard situations to go through together. You just think it's going to be, like, happy all the time. Oh my God, I love this person. So when that got thrown in his face, he probably didn't know what to do, and he was like, well, this is not what I want, bye, because he's not emotionally mature enough to deal with that or know how to respond, which is like fair enough. But to lead you on and to break up with you and then not break up with you, that's emotionally so confusing and not fair on you at all.
Not at all.
He should have the decency to just be like, look, I just wanted like a casual, easygoing relationship. Yeah. This doesn't seem like it. Really sorry, but I don't know how to help you. Bye. Even though that's hard, so harsh, but it's just the reality of people. Like, some people just don't really care about the relationship enough to stick through that, because it is hard. And the reason why me and you have lasted so long is because we saw an end goal together, and we saw that we wanted to be together for a long time. So that's why we kind of push through the hard times. But if you don't really see longevity with someone, you're not going to stick for the bad parts.
I mean, I think it's very difficult as well. I feel like he's probably just scared. And I don't want you to feel bad about that. And be like, oh, I'm pushing him away. It's not that at all. It's like, not emotionally probably capable to deal with that. And like, because it's your third relationship, you know how it works. You're like, well, we should be together through thick and thin, all of that. Yeah. And he probably just doesn't understand. And that's just the sad truth. And he's like, oh, we'll get back together again. And then 3 times in 1 week to break up. You don't want to really be with someone who's going to just fucking just swing you around like a yo-yo. And we've had arguments. Big ones, small ones.
And they're draining.
They're fucking draining. But it's also, we never just go, break up then, we've like broken up. We've never broken up. We've never gone on a break.
Yeah, we want to deal with it.
We just deal with it because we're like, no, we obviously like each other. This is an argument. But it felt like he gave up too easy.
Yeah.
So, no.
But that gives you an indication and shows you that he doesn't actually love you.
But that's not a reflection on you and and you as a person, your mental health.
Because you deserve someone to help you through those dark times, because if they love you enough, they will.
But it's also, it might be easier to deal with those dark times solo, because we've only going off what we've been together through. Sometimes you said at the very start, like, why are you like here, in terms of like I can't believe this has all happened, and you're here 2 weeks, 2 months in.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 months, 3 months in, or something like that. And there's all this shit happened, and you're like, I don't even know. Like, I was like, of course I'm going to be here. But you were like, you even said to me at one point, I think you probably should go.
Yeah.
Because like it's a lot for your brain to comprehend what just happened.
Like, I can't really be there in the relationship,
That's
like
what I'm
present.
saying.
So you're just kind of
in the
there
way,
to try and ride through it and just hope that it's going to.
You can't focus on me because you got to focus on yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe I'm not saying you need to focus on yourself and whatever, but maybe just I don't know where the situation is with how you are by yourself and all sorts, because maybe it's quite difficult. But yeah, I don't think it's your problem at all. I just think probably wasn't, maybe you're the right guy, wrong time. Sometimes when you were someone in the first relationship, I always think it's probably not gonna last, or they don't know what they want just right.
Because it's all just experience.
Yeah, I've been in this is my third relationship, so I kind of know what I do and don't want, only because I've gone through the other relationships and seen fucking hell.
Like, I like that, but I don't like that.
Yeah.
And you can kind of like create a Sims character, I guess.
And basically, it's what I've done with you.
That's what I've done with you.
I've got the things I like from my first girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, things I like from my second ex-girlfriend. I just went, find the perfect person. And then you popped out, so yeah. That is a joke.
Not funny.
I love you because you're
I'm unique and I'm beautiful and I'm sensational and I'm 1 in a million.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking.
And I'm out of your league.
No. Slay.
Well, do you know why? I feel like I manifested you in the sense of, I remember watching YouTube and I watched Jenna Marbles and I loved her relationship with her boyfriend, and I went, oh, I wish I want a boyfriend like that one day, where I can just put makeup on him and he not care and just like have fun and make funny videos together. And here you are.
Mr. Perfect right there.
Yeah.
But back to that very quickly. You're not the problem. I don't think he's necessarily a problem. I think he's been unfair.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you got to see his point of view, and he's got to see your point of view, and that's just the truth. I don't want you to feel bad about yourself though, because you deserve all the love and all someone to care for you as well. But you also got to imagine how difficult it'd be for someone to care for it's difficult.
You can't expect that from
someone.
It's
because like when I'm going through my problems, if I can't even deal with my own problems, I don't know how Isabel's gonna deal with my problems.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's unfair for you to be like, solve my problems, because I don't know how to solve my problems myself.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
So, I thought it would be a interesting segment of this podcast to tell each other what we think is wrong about one another. Because sometimes it's hard to know when you're the problem in certain situations. And because me and James live together, we see the best and worst of one another. And we probably see things about each other that we don't really want to come to terms with. But this little exercise is all about self-awareness. So James is going to tell me things that are wrong about me. And I'm going to tell you things that are wrong about you.
All right.
And let's hope this doesn't end in a horrific argument.
We'll find out. But if it does, it'll be after the cameras are turned off. So we'll see if we have a next episode.
I want you to go first.
I want you to go first. Fine, I'll go first. But you're not going to like it. You're going to be very upset. This one thing that pees me off about you.
What?
See, you can't have that energy when you go into this fucking thing.
Well, okay, fine. I'm open to this.
When I'm trying to be open, or almost get some sort of reassurance with you, I'm either met with a tough love or complete silence. And then I ask, any danger of saying anything? You go, well, I was thinking, wasn't I? And it is a simple yes or no. What do we do about this? Or do you think this is a problem? And then you'll go, say, what are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
I was thinking. Fucking give me any chance.
No,
and I'm just sat there fucking hell, I'm just feeling like I'm really upset. I've got a thought, do I go see my mum? Do I? Or you go, well, it's not really your problem though, is it? So you just got to action it. If you just fucking blah, 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 you always talk about it. You never do anything about it. And I'm just fucking hell.
Because one thing about you
Oh, no, don't turn it on me. That's another one of mine, actually. Go for it.
You ask me so many questions within a day. And sometimes you don't actually want the answer from me. Just like then, for example, you say I come at you with tough love. No, I'm coming at you with facts. And sometimes you want me to basically lie to you in situations. You just want to hear something good.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes those situations, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you straight up whether that's tough love or not. Because if you're asking for my opinion, I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good to lie. It's beneficial to lie.
No. No.
Well, it is. Okay, how about this? There's a situation right here. A little kid comes up to your street. Yeah?
You're not a little kid.
No, I'm giving you a scenario. Would you lie to this kid or would you give him the brutal truth? Right?
Well, it depends.
So, I don't know how to fucking word this shit, but let's say this kid comes up to you in the street and he goes, "Oh, I don't know where my mum is. I've lost my mum." And the mum just looks at you from across the street, notices, and just goes, "I'm not here. And I don't care about the kid. I don't love it. Yeah, I don't love the kid." Just stop. And you just go, "Oh," would you go, "Oh, I don't know where she, we'll help you, we'll find it, we'll sort something out." Or go, "Your mum doesn't fucking love you. I'm going to give you some tough love here. Your mum doesn't care about you. Doesn't love you."
Well, that's a child. So they don't know how to respond emotionally to that.
So what would you do? Would you lie or tell her the truth?
I'd say, "Oh, your mum's on holiday or something.
So you
where's
would lie?
Your dad? Where's your guardian?"
Yeah, so you would lie.
Yeah.
To me,
You're
why?
not a child.
I feel like it sometimes. I feel like I'll grow up too fast.
That I can agree on.
Yeah.
You do have a mentality of a child sometimes.
I feel like I've grown up way too fast for my liking. But no, yeah, so you're going to go back to, why the complete silence then? Why just a fucking mute?
Because I don't know what to say because I'm thinking, I know James isn't going to like my answer, so I either just tell the truth or stay silent.
You should say, "No, I know how you feel, James. You don't have to give me an answer. Just be like, James."
Sometimes I do. I go, "I know it's difficult and this and that.
But. No buts. Stop butting.
Stop asking for my opinion."
I don't ask your opinion.
You
Sometimes
do.
I just say, "Oh, I feel like shit." And you go, "Oh," and you go silent. I'll just be like, "I just feel really upset today, Isabella." You go mute. I'm like, okay.
No, that's not true.
So true. Anyway, your turn. We're going to argue, so it's your turn. But you're the problem.
That's literally not true. I go, "Oh."
It's your problem. Your problem you got to fix.
You're the biggest procrastinator I've ever met in my whole entire life. Like, whole entire life.
That's going to piss me off.
You, this morning at 8 a.m. told me you would clean the floor. It's now 6 p.m. You've had the whole day and you keep going. I go, "Oh, what are you doing?" You go, "Oh, about to clean the floor."
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, what are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
"About to clean the floor." Has that floor been cleaned?
Okay, did you go for a nap?
Yeah.
Well, you're busy.
I never said I was going to clean the floor. Yeah, I went for a nap.
I didn't actually say I was going to clean that floor. I said I'll clean that floor after you screamed at me saying I need to clean the floor. I went, "Fucking hell, I'll clean the floor."
No, you said I was about to clean the floor. Don't gaslight me.
I'm not
This is something he does.
I don't.
You gaslight me.
I don't. I'm not a procrastinator. I do a lot,
James.
and I feel like nobody sees the
James.
level of work I do.
I'm not saying that you don't work hard, especially with this podcast. You do so much work for this podcast. But I mean, in day-to-day little things like the floor, you are such a procrastinator.
Should I tell you why? Because I've just given up. Like, you don't even think, "Oh, well, thank you for trying." Or like, you just
No,
go,
because you
"It's
do
not, I
everything
can't see my
half-assed.
fucking pussy flaps in the fucking
No,
shine of the floor."
You say you're going to clean the fucking kitchen.
Kitchen.
But you leave the side so fucking dirty. You don't clean the floor. There's food everywhere. That is not cleaning the kitchen. It gives me PTSD. That
You don't clean the
hard
kitchen,
truth.
bro.
It makes me feel like I can't live with you.
That's calm. You don't clean the kitchen. "Oh, there's a bit of food in the sink. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, yeah. You own a house. You're an adult now.
I'm not cleaning up something that you told me you would clean. If you cleaned it up properly, then I would go in there and clean. But because you've got all those little things that it overstimulates me. You've got all this weird food shit everywhere. I'm
That's
like,
your
get
food
away.
too. It's not just I eat and you don't. You just sit there
No,
and
but
just...
I don't. I don't.
It's your fucking food too.
No, you put stuff on the floor, and your idea of cleaning the fucking surfaces is by just putting stuff on the floor. You just wipe it onto the floor.
Who spilled a whole bag of fucking peas on the stove and refused to clean them up, and you cried about it?
I literally cleaned
You cried
it up.
after I made you, and you cried, "Please, James, I'm just so tired." It's not my fucking mess, man.
I was on my period.
Don't care. It's not my choice. If you spilt peas, it's your fucking problem. I'm sorry.
Right, next. Tell me your next one about me, huh?
Jesus, this is getting heated as fuck. Okay, this is another one. I can't understand it. You can create the biggest bomb site in this house. No, let me finish. The biggest bomb site in this house. She would have her makeup everywhere, clothes all over the floor, parcels, recycling, shoes. You fucking name it. There's everything about Isabel all over the house. I might have put a couple of pants and socks on the floor. And she'd be living like that for a couple of weeks.
Liar.
No. You'd be seeing that for a couple of weeks. It'd be messy in the kitchen for about 2-3 days. And she'll come in and she'll obviously add another mug to it. And then when she's in a slightly off mood, she'd walk into that kitchen and go, I'm fucking sick of it. This fucking kitchen, I fucking hate living here. Oh, I'm gonna fucking explode. Right, now clean up everything now. And you just switch. It's like you've been possessed, bro. And I cannot function. I look at you like I'm so fucking scared of you right now.
One, that's PTSD from my mum.
Yeah, it's Laura Hill coming out. It's your bit of it's like your mum's just come into the fucking room.
I know.
And just lost her shit.
It's because it's almost like as if she possessed my body and she's like, you dirty whore, clean it up. And then it's just like, I get like emotionally overwhelmed
but it's
everything.
Like, but it's everything. But also, it's not just one. It's like, now
yes,
the washing machine.
It's little things.
Now the fucking,
listen to me. Because it's little things that you tell me you're going to do and never do because you're a procrastinator. And it's like, and then my brain explodes and I'm like, I can't deal with it anymore. And my bomb site about the clothes, it's there for 24 hours. And then I clean it up. And the thing is with that, it's acceptable because I clean it up after. I actually put it away properly. Whereas
I've just done my wardrobe, haven't I? My wardrobe is clean.
Years of me begging.
It'd be nice for me to be able to say what my problem is about you.
Okay, go on. You just said it.
No, I haven't finished. You have shit everywhere. I will go and take this fucking camera right now.
Go on.
I will take it and I will vlog the shit everywhere. And you can live like that. But as soon as there's a bit of food on the floor, a little bit of food, it just sends you fucking wrong. And I think sometimes you need to tone it down and realise, do you know what? It is a mess in here, but we can deal with it in a calm, nice way. You're not my boss and you're not my mum.
But I don't want to act like your mum.
But you choose to.
No,
because
it's a force. It's a false role I've had to have because if I don't do that, you'll never clean it. Even though you tell me, I'm going to do it.
Who does the dishes?
After you say you're going to do it for ages, and then it all piles up, and then I have to scream at you to do it.
Okay. Shall I tell you what you do? The hardest thing you're doing about your day.
What?
Edit a TikTok. So there we are.
True.
Okay. Edit TikTok and go shopping because that's difficult. Another one about you. Actually, that was 2 in 1. That's actually all of mine.
Oh.
That's actually all of mine. That was a 2 in 1. That was the fact that you moan about mess and the fact that you go nuts.
Well, mine was when I say something that's facts and you say I'm being harsh. It's not harsh. It's just reality. And you always think you're right. Always. You always think you're right. And you never think, maybe Isabella for once is actually correct in life. Like you always think that you are like the better human.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I know I'm not the better human. I know I'm not the better human. See, I acknowledge this.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like though sometimes you need to see a different avenue of point of view.
I do.
The bigger picture.
You're the one who doesn't. That's why I'm saying you always think you're right and you always think that you have the answer. You are correct. Even if I give you my opinion, you never think I'm right. And it's actually quite funny because, especially if it's with social media, who's the one doing better on social media? Me. So take my fucking advice, mate.
That's fair enough.
And you always think you're right.
No, it's not because I don't want to. I feel I've got this like not an ego thing where I want to do everything by myself. I want to be successful by myself, and that's a bad trait.
That's completely absolute bollocks because you always offer my opinion, but then you never like the opinion, and that's where it gets so draining because you're constantly asking me, "Oh, was this good? Or was that good? Or was this?"
I mean, that's total fair. I don't even know why I do that.
Yeah, so why the fuck are you? If you want to be independent, be independent. I'd love for you to be independent. Actually, so we're together 24 fucking 7.
Yeah, but you need to go out of the house more.
No, I've got things to do in the bedroom. Leave me in the bedroom.
That's fine. I can do that. That's calm. But you want to do things by yourself, Do it.
I do.
Because I go out a lot of the time of the week.
I do things by I mean career-wise.
Oh, career-wise.
Yes.
So, okay, that's fine. Hey, we're doing a podcast together. It's a bit fucking difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I fucking know. So I'm saying, let's try being more independent.
Okay. All right. Tomorrow's episode is Isabella's solo episode for the podcast, or next week's episode. It's Isabella's solo, and I'm gonna let her set up all the cameras and the laptop. I'm gonna make her edit, do the thumbnails, set up the sound, set up the lights, make sure everything's charged, and we'll see if you'll see a video next week.
Well.
So, how's that for procrastination then? Do you want to learn how to do this?
No.
Procrastinator.
I just fired.
Fuck's sake, what a way to end this fucking episode, guys. We are actually okay.
We are.
I
actually don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck. You're with me.
This is called acting.
It's called acting. It's also called venting. It's called therapy.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, Isabella, I love you.
I love you too.
You should act up though. So... Bye, guys. I'm in the doghouse.
Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to review the podcast on Spotify if you're listening. Make sure to answer the polls and the questions. Follow us on the Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube. Leave a comment below if you want to be shouted out in the next episode. Love you guys. I will see you next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.